welcome back to our knitting podcast. I am Emily.
And I am Julia.
And we are the Knitting Twinnings, both present on Instagram and Ravelry. I am at Emily Twinnings on Instagram and at Emtwinings on Ravelry.
And I am Julia Twinnings on Instagram and Julia50 on Ravelry. We'll put the links in the notes.
So we're back after a very long pause. I think our
2
last
months.
episode, no, it was beginning of
Early May.
So May, June, July, we're beginning of August.
Ooh, 3 months.
3 months. 3 months. After a very difficult period for us because we lost our mom during this time, so that's why we've been absent of our social media. We're getting, I think, gradually into a new routine. Knitting on and off during that time. I'm getting back to knitting after having tried to knit some stuff and that hasn't worked out because I didn't have the headspace for it, I think. So I've been knitting some simple things and I've been sorting out my WIPs as well, my long time languishing WIPs. So, do you want to say anything about that?
Yeah, our mom was really sick and then got better, then got sick again. So we took care of her and we were with her. And yeah, she died pretty suddenly, but she was a really huge part of our lives, and so we're just going through the process of grieving for her, and we took a little bit of time off and then went back to work, and now it's summer holidays for both of us, so we both have some time off. We went to England for a few days and we visited our lovely cousins, and it was so nice to spend a few days with our family, who we are really close to, and they live in the English countryside, which is always just a wonderful place to regroup and relax. And now we're back in Paris and enjoying some time off at home. So it's a nice time to kind of focus on all our crafting. I've been not very productive. I don't like using the word productive for my knitting because for me it's never about the finished
Producing
thing.
something.
Yeah, it's not about producing something. It's about just the joy of making and the creative outlet that knitting and crocheting and spinning give me. So yeah, it's nice to kind of, now I feel like my brain has finally slowed down enough that I'm feeling a little bit creative again, and so I just have not too many FOs, but so many projects. I did my homework and rewatched our last episode, so I kind of know where we left off with all of you guys, and I'm excited to show you a few things, and I don't know, share some beautiful yarny things with you. So I think first off, I want to show you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a top that I knit last summer. It's called the Purple Coke by Catherine Schneider. And I knit it, yeah, so I'm a bit close to show off the whole thing, but it's it's a short sleeve top that I knit in La Bien-Aimée Silk Tweed and La Bien-Aimée Mohair Silk held together. They're both in the color Sari. And what I like about this top is that you do stripes where you hold the silk tweed and the mohair together, and then you do just tiny stripes of just the mohair. So it has a really beautiful texture. And our friend, so it's a bit warm because it does have mohair silk held throughout, which doesn't make it completely ideal for summer. But our friend Marla knit a version of it where she modified the gauge and she just did stripes with the silk tweed by itself and thin mohair stripes, so she didn't hold the mohair throughout, and it's much lighter, which I think is a great idea. And I might copy it later, but the purple coke is a pattern that I've had in my favorites for a really long time. And I think Katrin Schneider, she's also known on Instagram as Ariboka Trinchen, but I haven't seen her post anything or release any patterns recently, but everything she's done, all her patterns, I think I favorited most of them, and I've always wanted to knit them. One thing I found about this one is that the sizing ran very small. For me, I had to cast on the biggest size, the size 8, which I'm normally a size 5 or 6, depending on how much positive ease I wanted. For this one, I wanted quite a lot. So it is pretty oversized. And but I love it. I'm really super happy with the fit. There's no edging or anything on the sleeves and on the body. It's a tiny bit of ribbing that I did just in the silk tweed. But I like how the color is like a raw edge. So this is one of my favorite knits of last year, and I thought I would wear it today. It's not too hot in Paris.
Finally. We're getting a few days of less hot weather, but it's gonna be hot again next week, I think.
Paris is super fun at the moment because we have the Olympics, and all the Parisians have fled the city because of the Olympics, and the city is completely empty other than where the tourists go or where they have the Olympic Games. So yesterday we had brunch with our friends and went to walk around and do some shopping, and all the streets were super empty. It was fun. I really like Paris in August. It's always empty, it's always quiet. It's a good time to actually stay in the city, I think. So anyway, I think we can start with what we've been making. And I wanted to start by showing, in the last episode, it was just before our birthday, and I told you guys about my plans to get an e-spinner, and I actually did. This is it. This is my e-spinner. I got an e-spinner from Threadwalkers. And I absolutely love it. I've been spinning with it, and it's a really different experience from spinning with a spinning wheel. But I've been able to make some very pretty yarn with it. And so I wanted to share the yarn that I made. So I've already made 2 skeins out of a beautiful merino fiber from Hedgehog Fibers. A while ago, Hedgehog released some very pretty pink fiber that I had to snag. So I got 3 of the pink, and I've already spun 2, and now I'm gonna spin the last one. and I want to use these braids, these skeins, to make a traveler shawl. So I already have two, and they look super nice. I love them. And so I have a third one to spin, and then I'm thinking I also got at the same time a pink fade, which I would like to try out fractal spinning with the fade, because I think it's the perfect thing to try it for. So I think I'm gonna spin this one as a fractal, and maybe I'll use that to do, you know, in the traveler shawl, there's like a big section and a smaller section, and I'm thinking this might be fun to use
In the smaller section.
in the smaller section to have a little bit of a contrast. So those are my spinning plans. I'm already halfway through and really enjoying them. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty great. I always do only a 2-ply, because that's the type of yarn, of handspun yarn that I like.
And if you did the 3-ply, then it might be
It
much
would
bigger.
be, yeah, because I don't spin very thin, so this is about, it's difficult to say because it's still a little bit thick and thin. If I knit it by itself, I would probably use a 4, I think, a 4mm needle. It's kind of between a sport and a DK, I would say. And I have about 250 meters for each skein. So I think that's gonna, 3 skeins of this handspun is gonna be enough for the big section of the shawl. And I'm thinking I might hold a mohair with it just to make it even softer. And I'm thinking I'll do a mohair in sari, the same color I used in this one, because I think it will just blend itself really beautifully with the handspun. So yeah, that's my plan. I think that will be my project for this fall. Yeah, so that's it. Do you have an FO?
I do. I have one FO, which I got, so it's the Stripometry shawl by Stephen West. I got the yarn at the La Bien-Aimée pop-up in March. Was it in March or in April? In March. And so it's La Bien-Aimée Super Sock. The colors are Malachite, Ostara, and this one is Pixie Sticks. So I knit that, April, May, and finished this in June, I think. So that's my FO.
Super bright.
Yeah, super bright. I think I'm gonna wear it a ton in the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all the colors, the green and the pink are really, really bright, and I think you're kind of supposed to have one color pop, but yeah, I just wanted to knit these, so that's what I did. So that's my only FO. Another FO is a pair of socks, but I've had them on the needles for a really long time, so I'm trying to go through my very languishing WIPs. So this yarn, I think, is a Christmas colorway from Chelsea Yarns. Chelsea Lux, do you say?
No, Chelsea Yarns.
Chelsea Yarns.
That's what they're called.
I've had that for 2 or 3 years, I think, at least.
Whoa.
So these are done, and these are for me because I like to knit socks, but I usually gift them to some of my friends because I don't really wear hand knit socks except for like to stay at home when it's super cold. But so yeah. So I don't really keep them for myself, but these I'm gonna keep for myself.
Yeah, they're really fun.
Really fun.
I have one FO, and this was a project I had on the needles during our last episode. It was my commute project for when I worked at the La Bien-Aimée pop-up, and it's a little bandana. So the pattern is by Aimé Gilles, my boss. And I was inspired by a bandana that I saw that was made by Rochelle from Moondrake, and she used these colors. So for this one, I used Oh la bien-aimée. This is Alix in Sansa, Alix in Baz, and Félix in Asif. And I just used 3 mini skeins, one of each. I had a little bit of little kumo left over in Sansa, so I held it together with the Alix. But then I ran out halfway through, so then I just doubled the Alix. So there's a little difference in texture, but that's fine. And it's just, yeah, a little bandana. I really like the colors. It's super bright. I think it's gonna be really cute for this fall and next spring and stuff. So yeah, it's just a little project, but I'm really happy with it. It's really, I just wanted some fun colors, and neon yellow and neon pink were exactly what I wanted. And yeah, I also like that the 2 ends are different. Yeah, so I just did the, I think I did the big stripes bandana, but with 3 colors instead of 2. Yeah, so that's it. That's my FO. And now I have, like, it's shameful how many WIPs I actually have. I only did a selection here of the ones I've been working on recently. My most advanced one is my Lento. I cast this on at the La Bien-Aimée pop-up shop when Yona, the designer of the Lento sweater, came to see us. And I remember last time on our last episode I said I'm gonna knit this one in 1 month, and I didn't. But
but you still knit a lot of it, so
I knit a lot of it, and I'm almost done, because I made it pretty oversized. I made the body really long. I did a split hem. It's kind of difficult to show because it's all black, but I have my first sleeve, and I'm working on my second sleeve, and yeah, I'm literally half a sleeve away from having my sweater done. So I think tomorrow it will be done. Yeah. So this is the Lento sweater by Yona Helin of Len Magazine, and I used La Bien-Aimée Merino Singles and Kumo in the color Noir, which is just a true black. And I'm really happy with it. It already fits great. And I'm almost done. So yeah, this is my most active WIP right now.
should I show my most active WIP?
Yeah.
So so I have to say I had a bit of a failure, like I was saying in the beginning, because I wanted to knit a t-shirt, and I really love the patterns of Samantha Guerin, who has tons of t-shirts that are both simple and a little bit interesting. So I've had a few of her patterns in my library for a year, I think. So I thought I was gonna start one of them, but I think I didn't have the headspace for it. So even if it's a simple even if it's a simple pattern with simple lace, I still did a ton of mistakes in the little lace sections. The pattern is, I think,
The Petal Party Crop.
is it the petal part? Yeah, it's the petal party crop. I still did it. Yeah, and you only have like 18 stitches of lace on each side. So this is the back, and I still did a ton of mistakes in those sections. So I'm gonna have to think. either I undo it or keep going. But I've kind of put that on the side for the moment.
You only have a few rows. I think you should forget and start over.
Yeah, I think so too. So I think that's what I'll do when I'm feeling a bit better. So what I did, because I really wanted to knit a t-shirt, a short sleeve t-shirt, I thought, okay, so I'm gonna go to my go-to sweater pattern. And the one I've knit the most is the So Faded sweater by Andrea Murray. I think I've knit 4 already. And I thought, yeah, I'm gonna do it with short sleeves and use one of my long time sweater quantity, one of the many. So I started it, and I've done a fair bit of knitting on it. So yeah, it's a simple raglan sweater.
So this is, did you say it's by Andrea Murray?
Yeah, it's the So Faded sweater by Andrea Murray. It's a simple raglan. I'm gonna do it not as a fade, but all in La Bien-Aimée Merino Sport in the colorway Vespa Graffiti. I think you might see it.
I don't know if the turquoise is really showing.
Yeah,
because it's really not so much blue as
it's a mix of blue
turquoise.
and green.
I think it looks true to.
Maybe closer to my. It might be. No. Well, it's always been one of my all-time favorite La Bien-Aimée colorways. So I've started it, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, and took it with me to England, and did all the raglan and split for the sleeves. So I was happy with that progress. So that was my most active WIP at the moment.
Yeah, you've made good progress.
Yeah. And I've been through my languishing WIPs, and I realized that the Shifty sweater by Andrea Murray that I cast on in May 2022 was actually close to being done, because the body was almost done. So I got it out, and two days ago, I think. So I finished the body. Can you hold this, because I'm in the middle of binding off. So yeah, I got it out 2 days ago. I think I was about here. So I did the rest of the body and the ribbing. And I'm in the middle, well, not really in the middle, but at the start of binding off. I wanted to do a tubular bind off because it does look really nice, but I couldn't be bothered doing the whole setup rows and stuff, so I started a sewn bind off, which looks a lot like a tubular bind off, I have to say, but it takes forever. So I think I still have probably another couple days of doing that, but it's gonna look good. So I've been knitting that.
So what yarn are you using?
Yeah, my yarn, the main yarn is La Bien-Aimée Merino Sport, which is my favorite base. In the colorway Fauna, which I'm not sure that La Bien-Aimée dyes a lot at the moment, but I've had it for a while.
So it's like a grey.
Yeah, it's like a grey taupey color with a lot of dark pink speckles.
And rust
and yeah, a bit of rust
a
too.
bit of purple as well, no?
Yeah, so it's very moody, which I like, and with it I'm using a mix of Spin Cycle dyed in the wool. So I think what I have at the top is Rosy Maple, So a lot of rosy maple actually, and then I think the one after that that's more like purple is it Melancholia? I think it's Melancholia, and I used Absolute Zero, which is much darker one, almost black, closer to the ribbing. So yeah, I think it looks really, really good. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be bothered knitting the sleeves or not. I might try a short sleeve version, which I know you're not. But
I don't think it's a good idea because the whole thing is mosaic.
yeah,
So you're holding, it's like color work.
yeah.
So
it's like
the whole
work,
fabric
so
is doubled.
yeah.
I wouldn't do short sleeves with a fabric this thick because you're just, I don't see when you would actually wear it. Because it's still gonna be like you have that double thickness and without sleeves.
I think about it. I might still do it.
I made a mess.
I might do it with short sleeves because I like in winter wearing a long sleeve t-shirt. So I might do it, or I might just try it. And
I'm against it. I vote no, veto.
well, you're not the boss of me, and you don't decide for me. So I'll have a think about it, and I might do a short sleeve version.
Veto, veto.
Mm.
I have started. So I have a couple other very active WIPs at the moment because I have a Rhinebeck sweater on the needles because Amy very kindly invited me to go with her to Rhinebeck this year. So I'm very, very excited because it's been my dream for a really long time. And so I had to start planning my Rhinebeck sweater straight away. So I'm gonna have my black lento. That's almost done. But I don't think like a black sweater is very representative of who I am as a knitter. So I decided to cast on. Actually, it's the thing that you wanted to cast on. But
Yep.
I've been eyeing it as well, so I started the Traveler Shell. So I'm in the middle of a row.
I want to knit that. I've been talking about it for a long time, but I haven't bought the yarn yet. So
yeah. So I hesitated and hesitated. Should I do a darker pink like Sari, or should I do Fluoro Morganite? And then my friends and colleagues at La Bien-Aimée completely influenced me to use a different pink, which is called the Hotness. So it's not neon, but it's very bright. And I'm using Helix and Kumo. So these are two of the same color, but the Helix has a gray base. So it makes the color look much, much darker. And yeah, I really love it. It's not orange like Fluoro Morganite. And it looks great knit up. So I'm doing the Traveler Shell by Andrea Maury in the Hotness by La Bien-Aimée. And that's a pretty big project. There's a lot of knitting that goes into that pattern. So I have to knit like it's my job. I have a deadline, which is
knit
Rhinebeck.
like the wind.
Yeah. And so I have a deadline, but like every time I have to knit with a deadline, that usually kills my motivation. So for now, I'm still really motivated, but I still want to knit, several things at the same time. So anyway, this will be done for Rhinebeck. You will see me at Rhinebeck wearing my Traveler Shell. So I'm very excited. I haven't booked my plane tickets yet, but I'm about to. I've researched everything and stuff. I'm so excited going to Rhinebeck. I also have another project, and this time it's a crochet project. I'm crocheting a shawl, and that's a pattern that Amy is working on at the moment. It's a crochet shawl that's made in granny square. It's a big triangular shawl, and I'm testing it right now using just 3 colors. Amy did a whole multicolor version, which is awesome, but I wanted to do a simple 3 color version. So I'm doing kind of a Marley fade here. That's Sunshine Helix, Sunshine Felix, and the row in the middle is 1 strand of each held together, and then I do a row of pop in Fluoro Morganite. So it's super fun. I really love working on this. It's also fun to do crochet a little bit for a change, and yeah, I'm getting more and more comfortable with crochet, which I'm really happy with. So this is also, I think, going to be my Rhinebeck project, because the plan is to release this crochet shawl at a Woolen Affair, which is taking place right before Rhinebeck. So I'm really happy with it. And yeah, this has been a really cool project to work on. You don't have anything else?
Oh,
See?
sure. I have 2 other active whips. I don't know if I showed this the last time. This has been on my needles for a long time as well. It's a boxy sweater by Jorge Locatelli.
No, you didn't show it.
So I think I've probably cast this on either last year or the year before.
No.
Si?
Hein?
Bah bien sûr que si. I think maybe last summer, I think. And I hadn't done much. I've picked it up again because it's just simple knitting, so that was okay for my current headspace. I've made quite good progress on it, I think. I'm probably about 15 centimeters in the body, or 12 or something. So, you know, that's kind of a simple project when I want to, you know, have a simple project for like knit night, or to knit on the train, or to knit on the metro or something. So I still have this. The yarn is Mentalo from Cécile, what's her name? La Féfile, who's a French dyer, but she doesn't dye anymore. So
No, she's retired.
she's retired from her yarn dyeing business, but I have quite a bit of yarn from her, which I am also using for the Jethro cardigan, which is crochet.
Did you do some progress? Because last time you showed some of your squares.
I
and
probably
you had
didn't
about
make
15.
Yeah, I probably didn't make much more of them, but I'm using mainly La Bien-Aimée and La Féfile. So La Féfile is this one and this one. So no, I didn't make any progress on it because I've been wanting to do more knitting than crochet, and I've been...
Attends, parce que I have something else in crochet. I think last time I showed a couple of squares, and I've made some pretty good progress. I had this idea to do like a crochet vest, because I started doing granny squares just for the fun of it and to practice. And then I had this idea of maybe trying to do a vest or something. So I've done, I think this is the back. I'm not sure. Because I want to do like a simple fun little vest, but I'm kind of making it up as I go. So I think I need an extra column here in the back. And then I'll do the fronts. Yeah, so I've already assembled this, and I'm just using leftover yarn, and I wanted to do just all neons. So I'm doing neon pink, neon yellow, and a little bit of mauve with the anemone. And yeah, that's been a really fun project. I don't know, like, I don't really have any plans to have this done by a certain time, or I'm just figuring it out as I go along. Yeah, I just wanted to have fun with crochet, but this has seen some good progress. So I'm really happy with the colors I'm using. Yeah, it's just super fun. So yeah, I think this concludes the crochet portion of this episode. Tu veux y aller?
Well, I just have another whip, which is a pair of socks. One's done, and I'm knitting the second one.
So cute.
So the yarn is hedgehog fibers in sock yarn, and it was one of their Christmas colorways called Snowy. And I really, really, really love it. I also loved the other one, the pink mass.
You already finished those socks.
Yeah, those are done, and those are gifted to one of my friends. So these, the snowy ones, I might keep for myself.
Yeah, they're really cute.
Really cute. I usually can knit 2 pairs of socks with one skein, so I might do a second one with the pink mess and with this one as well. So I'm
Actually,
really
you could do baby socks.
I could do baby socks, yeah, but we'll see. We'll see, because our half brother is expecting a baby, so there's gonna be a ton of knitting going on for that baby, I'm sure.
I already have something on the needles for her, so we are going to have a little niece this winter, and it's very exciting because we just lost our mom, and it feels like, we have this new life coming into our family really soon, and we really need it. So yeah, our brother is going to have a little girl in early December, so I started a little cardigan for her, and I'm just I'm just happy to think about all the baby projects I'm gonna make for her. So this is a little cardigan. The pattern is by Nadia Crétin-Lechen and CL Knits, and the pattern is called Amy's Rainbow, and she designed it using La Bien-Aimée Merino Sport, which I had some, and this is yarn I actually dyed myself when we did a Happy Accident Day, and each one of us got to knit got to dye our own color. So this is the color that then became named after me. We now dye this color. It's called Julia, but this is the yarn I dyed myself on that day. So I thought it would be really special to knit. I'm making it so not in the smallest size, which is just like birth size, I guess, because our brother newborn, yeah. Our brother is very, very, very tall, and his partner is very tall as well. So the baby is already supposed to be very tall, and she's only, So I'm making the size 3 months, and so cute. So I'm doing the raglan right now, but I'm almost done, and this is just gonna be a really quick project. I'm super excited to go through all of Nadia's catalog of baby patterns, because she has some super cute ones, all in La Bien-Aimée Merino Sport, which is, my favorite base as well. So I'm gonna, after that, I'll make her a little pair of pants and a little pair of socks and a little hat and she will have her roll set, knit by her auntie, dyed by her auntie and stuff. It's gonna be super cute. So I'm very excited for all the baby knits.
I'm not a big fan of baby knits, I have to say.
Me neither.
I don't really enjoy knitting things for babies or kids.
The
but
thing is,
I
they're
really
so
want
small,
to.
they go super fast.
Yeah, they go super fast.
Baby socks, come on, you can
yeah.
make one in one day, the second one in one day.
What I want to knit for her, I think, is a blanket because she'll be born in December. So she's gonna need a nice woolly blanket, I think. So I'm
would you
thinking
knit it or
about
would
this.
you crochet it?
There's
so many beautiful blankets
yeah,
in crochet.
but I think it's better to knit it because in crochet there's a lot of space for air to go through. So I'd rather knit it, I think.
Okay. I also have a few other things. I have a pair of socks on the needles. That's like my commute knitting. I don't know if I showed those already. I'm making those. The way I like to knit socks is I get a 50-gram skein. So this is 50 grams of La Bien-Aimée Merino Super Sock in a colorway called Physalia. And it's super fun because it looks like self-striping when you knit it. I really love it. And then there's speckles of neon yellow and stuff, which is great. So I take a 50-gram skein, I knit a big tube, and then I cut it in half and add afterthought toes and heels and ribbing. So for the ribbing, I'm using 20-gram mini skein in Buzz, which is a neon yellow. And for me, 70 grams of sock yarn is enough to make a good sized pair of socks. So that's been my commute knitting for a little while, and I'm just gonna work through this until I've run out of yarn. So yeah, I really love how this color looks knit up. And other than that, I also have something I showed. Oh, yes. I am also testing something for my friend Nadia, which I'm not gonna show, but I may show the back a little bit. I've had this on the needles for a while, and it's a little bit of a more engaging knit, so I haven't touched it recently, but I just want to show the yarn I'm using because it's so just lush. So this is for another upcoming pattern that will release later this year. I'm using La Bien-Aimée Alix in a new colorway that we released for Amy's birthday in May, and it's a colorway called Kyobda, and that means cute in Korean, and it is very cute. It's like a light pink with a lot of green and pink speckles in it, and I'm holding it double with little Kumo in Sansa. So I haven't touched this one in a while because it's all over cables and texture and stuff, so my brain just cannot cope with that at the moment, but I'm really excited to, try to push through when my, brain space comes back. Otherwise, this is a project I've shown already, and I've completely just stalled on it. Of course, I am in the middle of a row, but this is my Campanella shawl by Miki Teragaki. I am knitting it in La Bien-Aimée Merino Super Sock, and I literally knit 90% of this pattern. You actually cast on the long part of the lace, and then you work the lace by decreasing, which is really fun, really original. And then you pick up along the cast on to do a big ruffle edge. My problem is I can feel my cast on is so tight, and I tried to cast on really loose, but still when I'm knitting it, I know it's not gonna come out correctly, because the way you have to block it, and then it like takes its shape, and I can already feel this is not gonna come out correctly. So I've just put this aside because I couldn't decide what to do with it. I've knit so much of it. I'm literally on the border right now, and I still have a lot of rows to go because it's a big roughly border, and I still have 700 stitches per row, and a good number of rows to go. So I don't know what to do with it. I'm really at a loss. I think this is gonna be a big fail. So I've been thinking, should I maybe finish my row and bind off, try blocking it to see what it looks like, or just maybe frog the whole thing, but I
think you should frog it.
I don't want to.
Sometimes things don't work out.
Yeah.
If you can feel it's too tight, then
I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm looking for.
It's only knitting.
Yeah.
You know.
If you have opinions, please write them in the comments. We really enjoy reading all of your comments and responding to everyone. I don't know what to do with it. I don't think it's worth knitting the whole border, because it's just not gonna come out the way I want it to. I don't know. Just please tell me what you think. I'm happy to hear your opinions on this one. So anyway, yeah, sometimes we fail and it's okay. But that was a lot of knitting, a lot of lace, and yeah, anyway.
Do you have anything else to show?
No more whips. I have more, but those are my long time stuff and not stuff I'm working on at all. I have a little bit of yarn to show.
Okay. I didn't buy any yarn.
Yay!
I have
Congratulations.
No yarn.
I only bought the yarn for my project, so I only bought the yarn for my traveler shell, but I have some yarn I wanted to show that I didn't get to show last time. That was my pop-up, La Bien-Aimée pop-up purchase. And last time we recorded, I had left it at work. So this time I wanted to bring it and show it, because for the La Bien-Aimée pop-up this year, we had the pleasure of having a visit from Geraldine of the Wandering Flock, and Geraldine brought with her some of her special colorway she only dyes for events, which is called Candied Peaches, and I had to snag some because I was just obsessed with it. It's like a very light peach pink with pink and yellow and purple speckles. So I got 2 skeins of the fingering weight and 2 skeins of the mohair silk. And so yeah, I really love it. I was thinking I might do another lento with it, but I thought the mohair would not be thick enough.
No, you're not gonna have enough yarn, I think.
So I bought 2 skeins of La Bien-Aimée mohair silk in the colorway Sansa, so that I could do double mohair and singles.
Yeah, but you're not gonna have enough yarn.
See? 2 skeins?
2 skeins?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm using for my
Okay.
for my lento. I might not be able to make it like long like mine. I don't know. There's also other patterns that I like, that I could do. I was thinking maybe I could do a ranunculus, which I haven't done yet, and that doesn't take so much yarn. Or Catherine Schneider has more really cool patterns. Last time I talked about them when I showed the neon yellow yarn that I got at Lenorama. Maybe like a relaxed drop shoulder top. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to show this because I talked about it last time and I didn't have it. And this is my
Latest purchase.
Yes, my latest. Not my latest, but my most precious and happy purchase of recently. So I'm very excited about it. I have too many projects right now, so I'm not allowed to cast on any sweaters or anything. But I have this sweater quantity, and I also have the neon yellow bouclé and mohair yarn that I bought at Lenorama, that are waiting very patiently for me to finish my Rhinebeck knitting and decide what to do with them. So I'm very excited about those. And I also wanted to show, saying this is not a recent purchase, but I've had this caked for a very long time. I think I caked it up a year ago. It's La Bien-Aimée Wensley worsted in the colorway Sari, my favorite. And this is because I want to use it to knit another of Miki Teragaki's colors. She has a really cute one. Oh my gosh, what's the name? Shoot. She has one with cables and one that's really simple and just a scalloped little color. And I think whatever I decide to do with my Campanella shawl, bind it off or frog it, that's gonna need to happen. And then I might use this one as like a, not a comfort, but you know what I mean, like as a, I had a fail, now I still want a super cute Miki color in Sari, but I might do this way more simple one. And I think this one is gonna be my, récompense.
Reward?
Yeah, this is gonna be my reward project for either frogging or binding off my Campanella shawl.
If you bind it off and block it and it's not big enough, then it's not gonna, you're not gonna use it, so
no,
might
I'll
as well
anyway.
forget. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, but you can still bind it off, block it, see what it's like, and then frog it. But you're gonna end up frogging it, I'm sure. So, never mind. Move on.
Yeah. So anyway, this might be my reward cast on, because I really want a nice little, and I think that would be a great Rhinebeck project as well. To have a nice, imagine with my black lento, I can have a really fun color in Sari.
You might not be able to wear your black lento because sometimes at Rhinebeck,
if it's hot, I'll be happy to have just a color to wear with my dress if it gets too hot. You're right. Yes. So yeah, that's my dream knitting future project. Do you have any dream knitting?
Well, still the traveler shell, I have to say. I really want to knit it. I'm still very hesitant about the colors I want to knit it in. I think I might go with the one that is most obvious for me, which is very close to the one that Andrea knit for herself, which is Sea Glass as Kumo, and just French Grey for the helix yarn held together. I think I might do that.
That's a good idea.
So I'll wait for La Bien-Aimée to reopen and get some yarn to knit that.
We're all on holiday at the moment.
And I still have some knitting to do, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and do something with the shifty sweater. I also wanted to pick up again because I have a few shift counts on the needle.
You should show the one that you were...
Yeah, I haven't... I think I showed it in a previous episode, but...
I think so. The one in my handspan?
I think so. So... I cast on the shift cowl in some of Julia's handspan because she wasn't
all my handspan,
doing anything with it. So...
Tu veux montrer Hélène? Oh, it's so pretty.
Very pretty.
I think you should definitely finish it.
So I think I might finish it.
So this was some... I don't remember the fiber. I know it's from Lily and Pine. I loved it when she released these colors from Lily and Pine, and another...
There's another blue
and purple
and
from
purple.
Lily and Pine.
And the other one is a very mauve one with some stellina in it, I think.
Was this one from Artemis Yarns?
I think this one is from Artemis Yarns.
It's way more thick and thin than I do now.
Yeah. So you can see that the yarn is very uneven, which is okay for that pattern, I think.
Yeah, because it looks really nice. You have the big blips and the small blips, and sometimes the color just
blends and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's a very cool pattern. I have one that I knit for myself because I have quite a stash of spin cycle that I've been collecting, and so I have...
You're a spin cycle fan, but
Yes.
now you have your own spin cycle, which is my handspan.
So I have one made. I have one or two others on the needles, I think.
I think this one would be so cool if you finished it. All in a handspan.
This one is very cool. I have another one in spin cycle in mostly greens, which I might try to pick up again. So I'm very much into the shifty mosaic knitting. I think it's easy to do but quite interesting. It's quite rewarding as well. I like the shift in the colors. So I think I'm gonna try to pick up my shift counts once I'm done with the shifty.
Good idea.
So that's my knitting plans. And also knit the not faded t-shirt in Vespa Graffiti.
Yeah, I love that pattern as well. I've knit a couple at least, and I just love the raglan shaping that Andrea did, and the how you cast on the color. It just, everything fits really well.
Yeah.
For me also, that's definitely a go-to pattern. I think maybe one day I'll be able to spin for a sweater quantity. And I don't know, because I also like her DRK everyday sweater.
Yeah.
So that I think either the So Faded or the DRK everyday would be great for handspan yarn.
Yeah. Yes, so that's it, I think.
Yeah.
So what to say? Hope you're all having a good summer, enjoying the Olympics. I know France is doing very well.
Yes.
And we're trying to follow gymnastics because we both love gymnastics and Simone Biles.
Yes.
But as French ladies are not competing in gymnastics at the moment because they were disqualified very early, it's kind of hard to catch on
French
TV.
Yeah. They only follow
Unfortunately,
French athletes.
they love
which
the
is
French athletes.
so annoying.
And it's really annoying when you kind of want to get a clear picture of everything that's going on also for the other teams. So if you're supporting Team GB or Team USA, then it's kind of hard to follow the achievements of other athletes and other countries. I think in France we are very chauvinistic about sports. Unfortunately.
For me, at the Olympics, I have to say, I think gymnastics is the only sport that I care about. I will watch other things, maybe like running and jumping and stuff. That's always fun. But I just follow the gymnastics. The rest I don't care about. So I'm really cheering for Simone, and she's killing it. So go Simone.
I really enjoy watching all of it, I have to say.
And it's perfect for knitting.
It's
perfect
TV knitting. It's engaging, but not engaging enough that you get distracted from your knitting. You can have it on in the background. So, and I think most of the French people are really following it and having a good time about it, which is a bit unexpected.
Yeah.
Because we've
been complaining about it for the past 6 months. Because there's been very disruptive.
There's been a lot of disruptions in Paris.
To the life of Parisians to get everything ready.
Yeah.
For
leading
the
up
Olympics.
to the opening ceremony and there's been a lot of disruptions in
public transport,
for people who drive their cars in Paris, which I don't understand, but some people have to.
Some people need.
And some people need that, so, But
so leading up to it, everyone was really annoyed by the Olympics, but as soon as it started, I think all the French people loved the opening ceremony, and I think
not all of them.
Well,
most of
them loved the opening ceremony. I personally loved it and thought it was incredible. And since then, it's just been a complete 180. Everyone is super into it. And Paris has just a great atmosphere while being super quiet as well, which is great.
Yeah, and I have to say the French athletes are doing super well in swimming, in judo, in a lot of different disciplines. So I think we are third in the medal race overall, so that doesn't happen often. After having a few months of political upheaval, having 3 elections in 1 month, that was really annoying and kind of depressing for a lot of people, I think. So
stressful. I think the better word is stressful.
Yeah.
It's been a really stressful period, not only for us on a personal level,
but in a general political
for French society.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to have something we can all just enjoy.
And all get behind, I think.
So it's summer break for us. Emily still has 1 week. I still have 2 weeks. I'm just looking forward to spending time at home. I'm gonna do some DIY stuff because there's stuff that needs to be taken care of, and when you're a single lady you have to do it yourself. It's important to learn how to do the things. So this morning I dismantled all the shower and stuff, and then I'm gonna replace everything. Especially now with YouTube, you can find out how to do everything yourself. So I've decided to tackle DIY, and otherwise just knit.
Knit, and also I want to go through my closet because I can't really put my clothes away anymore because I have too many. So that's my big project for next week.
Tidying, sorting things, just making sure afterwards your home is decluttered and pleasant. to live in, I think is really important. So yeah, just enjoying some quiet time at home, focusing on ourselves.
Okay, so should we stop there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for listening to us, and thank you for joining us today.
There was a lot of things to show and things to share, and I hope you got to sit down with us, and we love seeing your comments and reading them and responding to them. So if you want to leave us comments, please do. They are very much appreciated, and we hope to see you sooner next time. I was thinking maybe we should do our Andrea Murray episode while we are on summer break as well.
Yeah, but I have one of my Andrea Murray shorts at the office. But yeah,
we did a Stephen West retrospective a while ago, and that was super fun.
Yeah.
And then we were planning on doing an Andrea Murray retrospective as well. What we could also do is I could get all my super long time WIPs out, because I'm gonna go through all my WIPs and all my stash and stuff, just tidy everything. So maybe I'll do an episode by myself and show all of my, just expose all of my shame out in the open, all of my WIPs.
Okay, so until next time.
Bye.
Bye.